I'm out here in the woods of Tennessee. It's about 7:30 p.m. Fixing to do some investigations out here in the woods. One important thing to note is that a body of water, even something as small and dirty as this, can sustain many cryptids. In fact, this body of water right here appears to be ideal hunting grounds. A swamp monster. Now you might be saying, well, a swamp monster only lives in swamps, Aaron, and you'd be partially correct. But something kind of marshy with this leaf bed in it. This is ideal ground for a swamp monster. Granted, one that would be far from home, but not unheard of to see something like that here in Tennessee. Reelfoot Lake is crawling with swamp monsters. We're heading back to that bamboo grove right now that we saw during the scouting run. As you can tell, the sun is setting in right over there. So we're currently heading in a westerly direction, sort of a northwest. Now, I did a lot of work off camera to mask my scent, and I don't know if you can hear that on the camera right now. There's enough roads and traffic and stuff around here that I'm not too worried about making a ton of noise. I'm just trying to like keep it, you know, as quiet as possible. The mic's gonna pick up a lot of noise because it's real close to me, but further away, I think it's I'm keeping pretty quiet. So there's the bamboo grove up there. That area over there, it's a natural kind of like skylight area. I mean, the trees have grown in to fill in, but you can see here where there used to be trees, and now it's just sort of opened itself up for. So we have a nice open area here, right here, and these make good hunting grounds right here for Sasquatch, because Usually something a little bit bigger than this one, you know, a wider clearing, but in the middle of the woods, something kind of secluded, something they can ambush prey from the sides, from the forest, where they can conceal themselves more effectively. But like deer, small mammals, rabbits, squirrels, stuff like that will come through here. Even birds and stuff will come through in this area, especially in a deciduous forest like this. And we'll see a lot of activity through an area like this. What we actually have on the other side of this bamboo is a pond, which the locals know as Predator Pond, because it used to be full of water moccasins and snapping turtles. We're gonna try to avoid that area because it's a little too open for a Sasquatch, especially at this time when the light's still coming in and stuff. They're gonna be out here in the woods until dark. I mean, almost dark. I mean, they'd move. Their movements are gonna be, they're gonna move a lot more full moons. Fireflies are coming out now, so we know we're getting into that good time. Sasquatch like to use the firefly as a sort of a timing mechanism. Like they know when they start seeing the lights, the little bug lights, then it's time for them to get out and start hunting. I'm being very wary here because I know there's a lot of snakes. There's at least 2 venomous snakes here. Probably won't see the 3rd Tennessee venomous snake, the pine rattler, but copperheads and water moccasins are common in this area. Here we have a good bend arch. What people like to say this is a Bigfoot thing. It's really not. You'll also see a lot of people on TV like knocking on the wood and stuff, yelling, doing Bigfoot calls. That's it's a good way to scare something off. Not a great way to find something. Haven't seen any traces of it. We've had a lot of storms come through lately. I'm hoping that didn't drive it back to ground. Now, Sasquatch, you know, like to live in cave systems. We don't have a lot of cave systems around here, so they sort of live in shelters. Me and my brother found a shelter out in the woods around here when we were kids, and so now I'm hoping I can yet again find some form of Sasquatch shelter. Oh my gosh, I just saw this. Yeah, this is promising. Oh wait, okay, before we go over there, you can see these vines here. The Sasquatch like to use these vines to build their shelter. You know, they'll grab them and pull them along with them. But over here is what's really exciting. An excellent shelter. This is an amazing find here. This was a Sasquatch shelter right here. We have more curved branches over there, more snapped branches I can see over this way. It's just, something's been here recently. we might have just missed it. I'm not seeing any tracks, but the rain, the recent storms might have washed them away. I mean, I'm talking like this could have been here this week. This could have been out here when we were scouting. But I'm just not seeing any fresh signs. This might be a bust. So here we can see again that we got this cracking right here. This one looks a little bit older. Definitely not as fresh, but still signs are here. You can see more arches here. This big one right here. Definitely working on forming a bigger. There's another arch there. There's an arch. That one started. It's definitely working on a structure out here. There's definitely been work put in to make this a more habitable environment for the Sasquatch. It's definitely looks like there could be activity here. It could just not be. I think we missed them. I really think we missed them. There's more vines. This is really the perfect terrain for them. Wide enough area that they can make it through easily. They don't want to be running through the brush all the time. Not a lot of humans around. There is a road over that way, and it curves back around. Way off that way, it curves back down. But this right here seems like a great environment for a Sasquatch to live in. I'm just not seeing the track now. Those tracks you see on TV and stuff, those aren't going to be very realistic, because they're talking about obviously Sasquatch being some sort of ape creature, some sort of missing link, if you will. And there you can see that waterway running back to that, and there it joins here, and it goes up this way. This area seems to be crisscrossed with areas that water flows, and it must have been flowing recently because there's no leaves here, so the storm waters must rush through here. And that can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing. You know, you don't want wet feet when you wake up, but oh man, it looks like this is like a actual creek, or at least used to be a creek at some point in time. That could be, I mean, this like maybe a very shallow creek. Oh, we have definitely not Sasquatch prints, but definitely not human prints either. They might be cow prints. I heard cows got out in this area not too long ago, like a few weeks ago. Might be deer prints, coon. That just doesn't look right. It doesn't. Those could be. I mean, that looks like a boot right there. I haven't been back through here. I haven't stepped here, but that looks like a boot print. I think someone's been back here. There's another one that looks like a boot print. I think. I don't think I'm alone out here. I think it might be time to call it. Mushroom. So you can see it's starting to get pretty dark out here. There's these footprints again. I'm following that creek bed back out. It seems like the easiest way back to them. I don't know exactly where it's gonna run to, but Hopefully not to trouble. All right, so just to recap, I just got back to the access road. Could not find signs of recent Sasquatch activity. I don't know. I guess they got scared off. But it looked like something else might have been going on.